What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Once again, welcome to Que Padre, Fatherhood podcast about Latino fatherhood, fatherhood in general, mental health, relationships, and everything in between. I am your host, Froilan. I'm here with my partner, Chris. Hello,
Yo, what's
everybody.
up? Buenas noches. How's everybody doing?
Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Um, Thank you for joining us again. We're doing it on a Monday tonight because yours truly will be going on vacation, so I will not be here to please everybody on these wonderful calls that we have.
Cool
Um,
guys, too busy for us guys.
Simone, no, I just it's time to take the family on vacation, so we'll be out. But we have an interesting topic today that I think should really spark some conversation with everybody. Um, so the topic today is what is appropriate age to give our kids a cell phone or tablet or a
Internet-based
laptop,
products.
give them access to the world wide web.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good age? 5 when they can use it? What say you people out there on the internet world? What is a good age? Chris, why don't you kick us off? What is a good age? You've already gone through it. Well, you've given your kids.
Well, sorry about the barking again, but I don't think if I was to do it all over again, I wouldn't have given my son an internet-based device just yet.
Okay.
Or at least at the age that I gave it to him. We gave it to him when he was 7.
Okay.
The reason why, and maybe my case is a little different, is obviously because I wasn't able to be there with them 24/7, right? So
Yeah.
I needed some form of communication with them, just making sure they were good, you know?
Yeah.
So that was my reason for him. But in the beginning, I didn't give him a smartphone. We didn't
What
we
kind of
didn't
phone did you
decide
give
on a
them?
smartphone. The first thing he had was a watch.
Like that tracker watch?
It was a tracker watch, but it wasn't anything that any major carriers were carrying yet.
Okay.
I had to buy this through Amazon, so it was Chinese, but you were able to call him, and he wasn't able to dial out other than mom, dad, grandma on both sides, and obviously the police.
Okay.
And he was only able to answer calls from us as well, and it had GPS and all that. So he had that for a little bit, and it worked well until he lost it,
Yeah.
and
How
we
old was he again?
couldn't. He was 7. He had
7.
it till about maybe the end of fourth grade, or more
Okay.
or less.
Okay.
And then after that, I gave him. It's funny because that little phone, the phone that I gave him after, has been through a few hands. It was mine first. It was like a spare, one of those spare prepaids, one of those Go phones.
Yeah.
But it was with the keyboard on it,
Okay. You give him a burner phone. Nice.
pretty much. But that phone, one of my nieces, that was her first phone too.
Okay.
So that's what I'm telling you, it's gone through a few hands. And he didn't say if he liked it or not. He just never used it. And I would always call him, and he would answer, but he wouldn't answer like in front of his friends or anything like that. And I would always tell him, "Why don't you answer in front of your friends?" He's like, "No, why? I don't need to. I already know you're here. I'll text you back." And I was like, "Okay." Later on, when he said that he was embarrassed with that phone because obviously, most of the kids had iPhones or the watch or whatever.
Yeah.
So with good talking to him, and obviously we saw that we could trust him. That's when I started giving him my old smartphones. So I started him off with the One Plus. It was like a One Plus 6, you know.
Yeah.
And he took care of it. Took care of it very well for years, you know, until
Okay.
for some reason it stopped working, and I had another spare phone, and he's had smartphones since then. But
Yeah.
I didn't start him with the smartphones. What I'm trying to say, I started off with the watch. That went okay at first, When he was little, we would call him, and whenever he would figure out how to answer, if he wanted to answer, half the
Yeah.
time he's playing and he didn't want to answer.
Yeah.
And then other times he was too embarrassed to answer the other phone. So
So I mean, I guess in a way that's kind of like the parent job of like I'm giving you a phone not because it's something for you to play with, not it because it's something for you to be cool off and show off. It's because I want to make sure that we have this line of communication open.
and that's what it was for. That's what it originally was for. It was for communication and nothing else, because most of his friends didn't have a phone back then,
Yeah.
so it wasn't like he was talking to anybody, anyways.
Okay. Okay. Um.
It
Uh.
was for me to call him, and obviously him to call me whenever he wanted to talk to me.
Yeah. 7. So he was 7 when he had that watch.
Yeah,
Uh. And then how old was he when he got that actual device? You said
smartphone or the
actual phone.
device. The texting device. He was almost 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Now, what about Iris?
she doesn't have anything.
She doesn't have anything.
Mm-mm. At least nothing that I have given her. I gave her a Chromebook 2 years ago for Christmas,
Okay.
and she doesn't want to use it.
Okay. Um.
Um,
¿Cuántos
she
años tiene ella?
has. She's 10.
Okay.
She has a tablet from school, an iPad,
All right.
which that's what she uses, but obviously it's restrictive.
Okay. So I think it's a little bit different with her though, right? Because for the most part, Iris a lo mejor no está sola. Either if she's out and
She's always
about,
with Adrian.
she's with Adrian, right? So
Yeah,
Adrian has a phone. He's the one that's gonna be the beacon, right? In case you guys need
right.
to call or text anybody.
But she's already asking for it.
Why?
And
Why is she asking?
supposedly, mom tells her that she needs a phone. And I haven't heard anything, so I told her she's not getting a phone until she goes to middle school.
Okay. Is it just because you got made it to middle school, or is it going to be
No,
other
just
stipulations?
because she's gonna be alone in that school. She's not gonna be around Adrian no more.
Okay. Okay.
By the time she's in 6th grade, Adrian's already gonna be a sophomore,
Okay.
and by the time she's out of middle school, Adrian's already gonna be out of high school.
Either having a job and
Oh
a
yeah,
college somewhere,
college.
hopefully.
Yeah,
A ver cómo nos va.
yeah.
Okay. So given your story here, right? Taking a step back to my story and my situation, right? Uh, I was one of those parents that before kids, right? Oh man, I'm never gonna give my kids a tablet. Psh, I'm not gonna sit them in front of the tablet.
Yeah,
That's
I remember
you
that.
know, blah, blah, you know.
Mhm.
Uno que no sabe, right?
Mhm.
Or no. I don't want to say no sabe, pero just
Sí, no
hasn't lived it.
sabías
No, no.
personally.
Oh, pues no sé, no sabía, right? You don't know. You think you're gonna do things a certain way, but you haven't lived a day in the life, so you really don't know what you're gonna
You
do
think
until
you
you're
got
there,
it
right?
handled.
Exactly. Um, uh, I have obviously my daughter and I have my son. We recently got my daughter a tablet, no cellular, and it's purely for educational slash entertainment purposes as a good job for doing XYZ. You get to
Mhm.
have some tablet time. or we're getting ready to travel. Let's download some stuff so she can have some sort of entertainment while we're on the plane,
Mm-hmm.
right? We never. It doesn't even leave the house at this point. Like it's never. It's not a big thing. Um. So now I'm thinking like when would I give her a cell phone? When would I give her access to that stuff? And I've thought about, like maybe, I can when I give her a phone, I'm gonna give her like a little flip phone. But I don't even know if the flip phones even still
Oh yeah,
exist.
they do
Like
exist. They exist.
I was like I mean, obviously, I have the means to get her whatever phone because of where I
Yeah,
work.
but no, well, that's not the point. The point is communication, right?
I know, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And at today, I don't know when I would give her one. I don't know. I don't know. I
So
don't know when
I think
I
in
would give
that
her one.
part, that's where us parents, at least our generation, we fail because we also care about their feelings,
Okay.
right? So we care what people think about them. We care if people talk about them, whether we say it or not. You
Mm-hmm.
know. And no, it's not called the burner phone, bro. It's just a cheap ass phone. That's it.
It's
And
called a burner
we're not gonna
phone.
throw it away. It's in there for as a backup, and backup
Man,
phones
it'll
come
end
in.
up
But
broken.
no, hell no, dude. I have. Hey, I've used
Remember
several
those
backups.
Pantech phones? Remember those little square phones that were like this big?
Put it
You
this way,
pulled it
look,
out, they were like that big. Like, come on, man.
look. I have something like this just in case.
Okay.
It's your basic Samsung phone. You just never know when your other phone's gonna break, and if you don't want to use your insurance or if you don't have the money to cough up $1,000,
Yeah.
hey, the little backup phone is gonna have to do for now.
Yeah.
You know?
Um.
And
So
trust me, Adrian already broke one phone.
how long before you got him a replacement?
I haven't gotten him a replacement. I told him that was gonna be his punishment. He was gonna have to rock a broken phone.
All right. All right.
According to him, guess what happened? According to him,
What?
it fell on its own.
It fell on its own. It popped out of his pocket, huh? One of those
No, se
jumping
cayó
phones.
del desk. It jumped out of the desk, committed suicide. I
It
go, I
shouldn't have
was
been
like,
on his
dude,
desk.
I go, how many times do you think I've heard that? It was charging, and when I looked at it, it was already broken. Oh, okay, sure. So
um.
I didn't replace it. I'm not going to replace it. Um, lucky for him, his tia felt bad for him and gave him a iPhone XR.
Oh, fancy. He got a fancy. I got a fancy phone. So let's add on to this. All right, let's take this to the next level. This is, I think, where we're really gonna start getting some thoughts here. Is all right. Let's assume we set a standard for the sake of our conversation, guys. This isn't the rule we're preaching for everybody and for you to make it right. Let's say at 9 we say you are gonna get a cell phone and you are allowed to have one now, and you know what? It's time. Um, now now that you have a cell phone, obviously you're gonna have access to certain things. Um, yes or no on social media? That's the question. So yes or no on social media, and then why or why not?
Yeah, it's a little hard one. Because right now with Adrian's, for example, my situation right now with Adrian's basketball thing, we're trying to get exposure, right?
Okay.
And I'm trying. That's one way of us seeing like plays, moves, training stuff like that through social media, through videos, YouTube, Instagram, all that. So he doesn't have an Instagram. He does have a TikTok, but like I told you the other day, I looked at his usage, and he hadn't done anything since like September of last year.
Okay.
So he lost interest in it, right? And I think that's one thing with some of our kids is that they lose interest quick in some of these things, and some of it's because most of their friends are either not into it anymore or completely out of it.
Yeah.
I was trying to open my son on Instagram, but obviously through me. So kind of
Yeah.
like how we have Que Padre, where you have access and I have access, so that obviously I can see everything that happens in this page
Yeah.
and be moderated by myself.
Yeah.
But
Um.
it's strictly gonna be for basketball,
Um.
and I do check his phone weekly.
So why not create? Why not create? Why not you create a page where you're just the moderator, and you are making a page to to showcase his skills. It's not his page; it's your page,
Right. So
and
that's
you
the
know what
only
I
page
mean.
that we're doing. He
Okay,
hasn't asked for anything. I've asked him, "You want an Instagram?" Nah, I don't need it. I don't want it. I don't
it's
need it. I
good.
don't
He's
want it.
avoiding drama.
So so far, like I said, the sports is the only thing that's keeping his interest.
Okay,
Because even girls are asking for his number, and he's like whatever about it. Of course, he gets excited, here and there, pero se le va rápido.
okay.
So
So we do have a couple of comments from our Instagram audience over here saying, when I asked the question of social media, yes or no, boom, all the papas, no, no, no. Perfect. I understand it. I'm the same way. No, you're not gonna get social media right off the bat. Hell no. You didn't even know how to use the internet yet. Like, no, you're not gonna get social media. And as we were talking about, you setting up an account, for example, for Adrian, just to set
mhm.
up his basketball and his basketball skills and stuff. They brought interesting points, obviously. Kids that get good grades and they're a little bit older in high school, maybe juniors, seniors, maybe they can get an Instagram
Well,
if
I
they're
mean,
doing
at that
great,
age, you're
right?
looking at 16, 17, 18, so they're already adults already,
Yeah.
and obviously at that age, I could do what my dad did to me.
Okay.
You want to be an adult, you're gonna get treated like an adult.
Okay.
And what does an adult do?
Well, let me do a
What does
lot of
an
things.
adult
Huh?
do? What does
What
an
we do?
adult? What do we do every single month that we hate doing?
Pay bills.
Exactly.
Okay. So what you're saying is now is so social media is now a punishment per
It's a
se.
responsibility.
Okay. So I have to have a job to have Insta.
Not necessarily.
I mean, that's what you're saying.
Not
If I
necessarily.
want to have
But
Instagram, oh,
I
now I'm gonna
do.
have to get a job.
I do.
Okay.
You do.
Mm, you know,
It's not free for us.
I mean, it's free for everybody. You pay for the cell phone service.
Yeah, but how do you get in? Right.
Mm.
Exactly. But how do you
You
have
can you
access
can
to
you,
it?
you
How
can
do you
use
have
a laptop
access?
at school. You can
How do you
use a
have
laptop at
access?
the library.
Yeah,
It's
but
free. You
that
can
means
use
you have to
somebody's phone.
go somewhere to have access.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not access everywhere. We're paying for that freedom. We're paying for that liberty.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
Um. So
and it
so how
doesn't
would
necessarily have to be that bill or a bill. It's just you want to become responsible over something that can get you into some deep shit if it's potentially used incorrectly,
yeah.
right? Or use
Okay.
it like the way it was supposed to be, which is to communicate with your friends, family, or even work.
Okay. Um. So I think that's where I guess I'm not 100% against what you're saying, but like you want to have this like now you have to work. Like I agree to the point that
I'm
it's
not saying
it's not
necessarily work. I'm
well.
saying
Well, I'm
the
just going off of just the comment. I'm just
the
going off the comment. That's what I'm saying.
responsibility part. Yeah.
Like 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 all right, you want to have social media. You have good grades. Okay. You're doing well not just in your grades, but behavioral. You're not doing things that are getting in trouble. You're not causing a ruckus. You're not, you're being responsible at home. Like if you have one of your kids that's kind of checking off all the boxes that are kind of uh like they're a good kid, and for the lack of better words, right? They're a good kid. They do well in school. They're active in sports. They're a good
And I can't
example.
ask for any more with Adrian
Yeah,
because you
that's what I'm
just
saying.
described them.
But that's what I'm saying. So to a child that's already presenting that or is already like that, and they, hey, I think I want to get social media. What else would you ask for?
Again, it's not that I'm asking. It's more than you're gonna have to show responsibility that you can handle social media.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm a good student. I take care of my chores at home without anybody asking me. I do everything that I'm supposed to do. I set an example. I'm a good older sibling.
Okay.
Um, what else? What else do you need me to do?
It's not that I need you. That's already your job. You have to do all that. So
Okay.
that's not even that. There shouldn't even be a payment for that. That's your
Okay.
only obligation as a kid. There shouldn't even be a payment or a reward for things that you already have to do.
So that's my only obligation. What else do you need me to do?
For you to have.
Yeah, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do,
Okay, like I
and I
said,
want to have social media
you'll get it, and prove to me that you can handle it. Then you'll
by
have it.
doing what? I'm
Be
already doing.
responsible. Be
Um,
responsible with the social media. Okay.
no,
I
no,
don't want to go
you're
through
you're
your
losing me.
phone and fucking randomly see some, you know, crazy
Okay.
pics.
So you're saying I can have it as long as I am responsible with it.
Yes.
Okay, that's where I was at. That's what I was trying to get to. Is I was like I'm already doing everything I can. So you're saying in order to get it, like I have to do more? Like I'm 17. What do you mean? What else am I supposed to do? You know?
There's more. Like
Um,
Kobe said,
more.
more.
um. Uh.
Are
Okay.
you the
All right.
same beast and a different animal?
Yeah. Damn. Uh. I'm curious. I mean, I'm curious as to what about
The
hold on,
lesson the
wait, hold
lesson
on.
that has to come in
Espérate, espérate,
this.
espérate. What if your kid is younger? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, because I saw it in the chat earlier, uh, they're sixth or seventh grader, and they want social media. Yes or no, and why or why not? Is it the same?
No,
Why?
no. Because at that age, there's still it's a big difference in age, bro. It's a big difference in age. One was barely a teenager, and the other one's already gonna be literally an adult already, right? So I've seen too many things where around 11, 12, 13, they're still not, they don't give it that second thought of what they're doing. They just do things just because, right?
Okay.
Now, also depends on the kid. Again, I never had that issue or problem with Adrian of misusing TikTok for that sake.
Okay. Well, because you used it too.
Right, right. But you see what I put. He sees what I put.
Yeah.
And it's all Que Padre shit or family stuff.
Yeah. So
It's not
I
like I'm putting
think,
selfies of myself and.
Simon, I think it comes down to a couple of things.
And I
And
also it also comes down to what I've seen, and the purpose of this conversation was that a lot of children's um, self esteem, a lot of their way of thinking is because of social media,
okay.
right?
So to tie back to that, Chris, though, is what I was gonna say is a lot of where it comes down to decision making is also gonna come down to how you've been raising your kids,
Yeah,
how their personalities are.
yeah,
If you have your son who is immature, who is a desmadroso, Yeah, you're not gonna get a freaking Instagram.
Right.
It's not happening. If you have a daughter, and I'm making
Which
a
is
son and a
this is
daughter
the same
specifically.
reason why I have not given
Yeah,
my daughter a phone because I
yeah,
don't trust her the way I trust
yeah.
Adrian.
And you know, if you have a daughter that's more mature and she's showing you that she just wants to connect the family and blah blah blah, then hey, you know what? You make that decision as a parent. And obviously, to everybody out there in the internet world, we're not here to tell you what is right, what is wrong. You guys are parents. You're gonna do what you think and what you know is right for your kids and your families. But for the sake of argument, yes, you kind of go take it case by case. My friend Brian is mentioning that yes, everybody is an individual, and that's the way that I see it as well. Is that it depends on your kid, depending how they are, their
Yeah, that's
personalities,
obviously
and how
that's
they
obvious. Yeah,
socialize and how they
yeah.
talk. Yeah, of course. But what I'm
That's
saying is, it's not like a blanket. It's not like a blanket. No,
no, of
once you
course
get to
not.
middle school,
No,
that's it. Yeah, ya puedes
no,
o no puedes. It's like,
no.
yeah,
Right
it.
now, that's the timeline per se that I tell her. You're gonna get a phone, but not till you go to middle school. There's
Okay,
absolutely no reason for her to have a phone right now. I asked her,
exactly.
okay. Say I give you a phone, right? Who are you
Yeah,
gonna talk to? Does any of
yeah,
your friends have cell phones? No. So then why do you want a cell phone?
yeah.
Also, I can watch videos. You can watch videos from the TV at home, from the Chromebook that I bought you, or the iPad that you have from school. So what's the difference?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Nada más se queda callada mirándome, you know? So, well, the reason I got Adrian a phone is because he's older than you. At the time, I needed communication with you guys. I
Exactly.
still do, right? So that's the only reason why he got a phone. Adrian does not have an Instagram. Adrian doesn't have a Facebook. Adrian doesn't have a YouTube. You know,
Yeah.
he has a TikTok, but like I told you, it's been what more than 6 months since he's last used it.
So the next portion of this conversation, and if you guys have noticed, we've been kind of transitioning very very smoothly. I feel is now that we've decided, all right, our kids can or cannot have social media. How are these platforms affecting or affecting? Let's just say it
Yeah, exactly.
positively or negatively their self-esteem, their social skills. How are they affecting, or can they affect their social skills?
Well, when I called you, I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, right, about that.
Okay.
And
No, we don't talk about other podcasts. What are you talking
a
about?
psychologist was talking about how, and I guess he wrote a book on it that states that girls, women, are affected a lot more by social media than men, right? Um, a lot of the women that you see on social media, and I'm not talking about the scantily clad or anything like that, but like
Yeah.
normal girls. It's always pictures about them, right? Or pictures about them and their friends and where they at or where they're going, and selfies here, selfies there, butt picture, whatever it is. So what does that tell you? They're looking for attention, right? They're seeking attention. They want eyes on them.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, what are the type of eyes that are attracting those pictures,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's where we have to come in as parents and maybe let our kids know at a younger age, hey, this is what could happen if this is used this way. Which was I'm trying to tie it back a little bit to our age, right? So when we had
Yeah.
ours was the chat sites and in the AOL, right?
Dang, taking us back. You're dating us, bro.
Oh shit, trust me, you don't want to know how many dates I went
AIM,
on
man.
MSN.
MSN.
And AOL, bro. AOL was
Man,
that was my bread and butter.
I used to hit the chat rooms, bro. Chat rooms and the forums. Sick.
AOL
Used
was my
to
bread
talk
and butter,
smack, bro. Just go in there and sign in with a random login and just talk smack.
bro.
Good
Now
times. Good
it's
times.
smack.
Anyway, go ahead.
So obviously we did it as kids, right? We did it as we're trying to get hookups or whatever. So it's still gonna happen, but more or less the filters are not there anymore. I don't know. You've heard it when these kids play Fortnite or fucking the other game. It's all cussing. The little kids are cussing left and right, and
Yeah, they are.
N-word this, N-word that, and your mama this, and bitch ass this, bitch ass that, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm 9, I'm 10, you know?
I hear it, bro. I play it. I hear it. And I'm like, what? Does your mom know you're on? The
Yeah, you
hell?
hear it in the background.
I was like, what the fuck?
So, um, I think the purpose of social media was, I guess, in the beginning was the right one, but it just kind of gotten out of hand, bro.
Yeah.
On some stuff, I get the business part. I get where all these people have made tons and tons and tons of money. Pero si esto se llega a acabar un día,
Yeah.
what's going to happen to those people,
I mean,
right?
if the internet's down or you can't connect, you're not making money. You're not making content. You're not yeah, I mean, you're not staying quote unquote relevant.
And to people, those followers are more important than actual real people. You know,
Yeah.
most of them don't even have real friends in person. Oh, I have 20 million followers. Okay, where are they at? All over the world. Do they even know who you are? Like, know you. And I think that's where the different types of self esteem comes in, the different types of the way they lead themselves, you know, or
Yeah.
they think they're better because they already have so many followers than another person, right?
Yeah.
But then how does that make you as a person? How does that make you a better person?
Yeah. So 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 it's
So,
interesting, right?
and I'm bringing this up about self esteem, and I told you about it because, well, most of you guys know I am back in college, and I'm taking a class that has to do with children, right? And the sociology and psychology of kids and kids in school versus kids, but basically nature versus nurture type,
Okay.
And I had a report that's about a weekend ago that I wrote that we had to watch some videos about how teachers encourage kids, how
Yeah.
teachers give that hey, you I know you can do it, I know you have it in you, that positivity of giving that child that they can do whatever it is they have to do, right? What I've noticed that a lot of kids nowadays, and I'll put my kids, I'll put my nephews, my nieces, other family members' kids, is as soon as they hit a little bump on the road, little speed bump or a little detour or whatever, the first thing they say is, "I can't."
Yeah.
Right? Not I don't know how. Not it's too heavy. Or, no, I can't. But you haven't tried. I can't do it. Right? Think back. What would your dad have told you if you would have told him I can't?
¿Cómo que no?
Ve, tráeme esa bolsa del carro. No
Eh,
puedo.
¿Cómo que no puedes?
No puedo. ¿Por qué? Mm.
Yeah,
How does that make you feel as a parent, as an older person? No puedo. Mm.
yeah. It's it's like you just like I guess at least for us, you know, knowing what we can do and knowing what our kids are capable of, hearing no I can't or I don't know how, it's like no, what do you mean? Como que no? Here, let's make sure that you do know, because you do know, and I know you can do it. You know what I mean? And so you step into that like not angry, but like let's no, that's not how I want you to think, and I don't want you to talk like that. Like no, you can do these things, and you are capable of doing XYZ. And you know what? If you're having difficulty now, that's fine, because you're gonna learn and you're gonna get better. And I think, and that's where to kind of piggyback a little bit on what my friend Brian is saying, is that it's up to us as the parents to build up the kids with confidence and essentially teach them not to seek for attention somewhere else, right? um we can't let them uh you know get in for lack of a better word, cyberbullied, right? Like you didn't get a like or somebody commented something, and now like that shouldn't affect you. So in a way, we gotta kind of help build. I hate to say thick skin, because thick skin is good, but it's
No,
not
don't
the only
say
line of
thick
defense.
skin is
It's not the
great, bro. Because
it's not the only line of defense, right?
no, but
Having
it's
thick skin,
part of
having
it.
but having thick skin
It's
is
part
great,
of it.
but at the same time, you do have to still know how to process things and take yourself from taking things that can be very hurtful. I mean, we hear hurtful things all the time, and yeah, it doesn't bother me here, but in 3 hours when I'm sitting there by myself and I'm looking at something, like, damn,
But
that's messed up.
you learned how to take that guamazo, that putazo initially,
Yeah,
right? Which is your thick skin, and instead of blowing up at the moment like a person would be a hot-headed person or whatever, you
yeah,
wait, you analyze. Or like, you know what? Hold on. Let me just take it in for now. Later on my own, driving home to work from work, let me process it and let me see whether I reacted correctly. I could have reacted better. I could have done things better, and not saying that I could have, would have stuff, but hey, okay, now I know. Next time when this guy comes with this whatever, I have an answer for him, or I have a way to defend myself. You know,
yeah,
so that one, it doesn't make me feel the same way again, and two, you never know who's watching, bro.
yeah,
You never know who's watching, and somebody can, hey, I like the way that you did that, that you defended yourself. I'm gonna use that tactic, with myself or my kids or whatever it is. Or it's, I think it's learning how to process things and not overreacting or underreacting at the same time. But no, thick skin is good, bro. Thick skin is great, but again, you have to know how to not just always take the hits and not do anything about it, right?
yeah,
There's gotta be a day where you're like, all right, this is enough. Yeah, I know I can take. I'm humble. I could take all these hits, but enough is enough.
yeah,
I gotta learn how to defend myself. I gotta learn how to speak up. Some people do not know how to speak up at all, bro.
yeah.
Well,
And Brian here articulated my thought here perfectly. You don't have to have thick skin to help you process. You learn to process so that you can have thick skin, right? You learn to process so that these things don't bug you.
I guess it could go either
So
way,
that so that you know what, like, damn, that was very hurtful. But you know what? I'm not what they're saying. That I'm not that. I'm better than this. I can overcome this. Blah blah blah. Whatever
right?
it
We're
might be.
just
Right? Yeah.
having thick skin, bro.
So So going into a little bit about what we were talking about the social media, right? I was actually I kind of came up on a study that was released actually end of 2023. That's kind of in line with what we're already talking about, right? Um, the 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 purpose of the whole study they were doing is essentially to find the relationship between social media habits, experiences, and mental health in youth. And they examine the social media use on specific diagnosis, depression, anxiety, and the relationship between psychiatric illness, specific social media experiences, and the issue of social media mental health contagion is also explored. So essentially, they're trying to see what the relationship between social media usage and different conditions were. And essentially, what they found is that whenever there's more social media usage, then then there's a higher case of depression and anxiety, um, and the relationship of these I don't want to say sicknesses, but these conditions were essentially depending on how much the users were you're going through social comparisons, FOMO if you're missing out, any cyberbullying, anything else that might happen on social media. So the more they were exposed to social media and the more they used it, then the more they had these conditions that they were kind of being documented with. So I think in the sense of getting everything together on how we're gonna let our kids at a certain age use social media, yes, let's allow it, but I think at the same time it wouldn't be a bad idea to limit it. Even if they are doing well and nothing's changed, limit it somehow. I mean, what do you think?
No, I agree, 100%, 100%. I spoke to his mom, and he's limited on his Wi-Fi use. At home.
Okay. Oh, so you guys are limiting internet altogether.
Yeah. Soon as 9:30 ish, I think it was 9:30, 10 o'clock. The Wi-Fi turns off for his device. Wi-Fi's still on at home, but you can stop certain devices to stop working on Wi-Fi.
What about cellular? Do you? I mean, he still has
Um,
cellular. Does the cell phone on cellular?
that'll be my thing. That just depends. Um, but cellular, we're
I mean, could we say, you know what? After this time, no more phone.
well, he knows. He knows. Normally, again with his mom, no later than 10 o'clock. You know.
Damn, he's still up.
Yeah. Well, he's already getting more homework and
Yeah,
all those. But by 10 o'clock, it should be lights out.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's you would think something
Remember,
like
he's
that.
not
Okay.
3, bro. He's not 3 or 4 years old.
No, I know my kids are already out. I'm messing around, bro.
Yeah,
And
no,
then we're about to go to Mexico, and we just fixed their time change. Now we're about to bring them back,
yeah. I
and
don't know how you're
then
gonna do that. You're
and
gonna
then we're
mess
gonna
up the
come
time.
back, and then we're gonna
Just
come
with the
back,
time,
and then another
just with
time.
the time change is gonna be messed up. And then
So
plus, you're gonna be going to sleep late every day.
early.
Yeah, I don't think so.
They're trying to go to sleep early
Mm-hmm.
because they're gonna be tired. Way they're used to going to
Okay,
sleep
yeah,
an hour
yeah,
sooner,
yeah.
so they're trying to go to sleep an hour earlier.
Which is the same thing that you said about the tablet. But yeah, well, I'll just keep it on. You're right.
No way. No way. So,
Cuando estés ahí,
es más, I'll let you know.
cuando
How
estés
about that?
allá, me dices. It's
I'll
gonna be
let you
10
know.
o'clock, and you're gonna be in a random fucking party.
Hell
Hey, come
nah,
here. And fucking Neil Vidal's gonna be right here on the side. Watch, you'll see.
nah,
Mm,
hell nah.
all right.
Um. So yeah, but hey, you know what? Back to the topic before we start going on tangents again. Uh, I think I think uh I
Hey,
think a
real
lot
quick.
of this.
Hold on. Joy says that our voices are coming in deep and then back to normal. So,
Oh, that's probably a streaming issue on here. I think if we go into uh what we just discussed about, especially about this study about how the increased social media usage can affect, you know, depression or anything else can also be a little bit towards us as adults, as parents,
Oh
right?
yeah,
We want to set the examples. We also want, if we're gonna
yeah.
tell them no this, no that, then I think limiting our usage too would be great. I'm guilty. Obviously, we're on Instagram like all the time, uh, especially trying to find a way to post or share
And we
thoughts
get
that we
a
have.
we if we have an excuse, I guess is we use it for to get ideas for the platform, right?
Yeah,
We use it to get like you said, more interaction with our followers or with other people. So if you want to call
yeah,
it for business use, and maybe 50% of it is that.
yeah. But I
But
think at the same time,
we still use a lot, you know.
yeah, at the same time, I think if we as parents, um, if you don't use social media a lot now, great, good on
Well,
you.
you know what I
If you
do?
do,
What I
then
do,
hey, maybe think
obviously,
about lowering a little bit. Who
yeah,
knows?
obviously at
You might
home is
interact with your
different.
family a little bit more.
At home is different. I started working a lot more, so that keeps me busier, and obviously school. But around my kids, I don't use any social media whatsoever.
Okay.
Very, very rare that I do. At least around them.
Yeah.
I've had Joey message me on Instagram, and I don't reply back because I don't see it until I'm driving back home or once I get home, and he'll tell you, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I fucking text you like at 3 in the afternoon, and it's 39. Oh yeah, well I was with the kids, you know."
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I mean,
So,
in a situation like that, yeah, if you're with the
but
kids, with the family, then yeah.
it's not the fact that I'm with the kids. It's just the fact that I'm giving all my attention to them, you know.
So
And
it is
I
the
just
fact that you're with your kids.
well, yeah, but the excuse is no, because if you were to call me, I would answer, you know.
Yeah,
But I'm not. What I'm trying to say, I'm not. When I'm with the kids, I'm not trying to be on social media
because you're with the
for
kids.
entertainment purposes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're with
You
the
know,
kids, so you don't want to be distracted with something. Yeah,
right,
you want to be
right,
present. You want to be
right.
there with them. You want to give them time with the time that you have with them.
And
So
again, for what you're saying, you know, we I have to set the example, and I do tell Adrian all the time, hey, and in the car, I don't want the phone unless you're showing me something that is cool or whatever. I don't want you looking at videos while I'm trying to talk to you or while we're trying to have this conversation. Okay,
yeah,
maybe if the drive is long, you're gonna play a video game or whatever. Okay, cool, but let's use this time to bond the
to
little time
connect.
that we do have with each other, right?
Let's make some
Uh,
memories.
Ask me whatever you want. I'll ask you. You know, talk to me. How's school? How's this? Is there a girl? How's basketball? Iris, how are you? Blah, blah, same thing. Tell
Yeah.
me something that you didn't like about this week, right? Tell me something that you did love about this week. What you guys eat for lunch at school? Half of the time is I don't remember. And you can ask Adrian. I do not accept those words
Yeah.
because once I start accepting it, bro, is that we're not gonna have conversations anymore.
No posible.
You know what's gonna look like a conversation in my car, like fucking like we're taking. It's gonna look like we're taking a dead person to the cemetery. No way. That's not the point.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think what you're doing too is you're prioritizing your time with
Yeah.
your kids, right?
Yeah.
My boy Brian has all the good points. You're prioritizing the time with with your family. You're prioritizing the time that you have with your kids, man. I mean, you're
Yeah.
just making the best out of that time. So I completely get it, um, and it's something that we should all, in a way, take a look and maybe try to be better at. I know I
Well,
can always be better at
yeah.
it.
I learned that a long time ago when you guys used to work with me. Um, you gotta remember, for any little reason, you guys would call me, hey Chris this, hey Chris that, hey Chris that. And obviously my partner at the time, baby mama, she didn't like it, you know? She didn't like it at all. It was always, well, you're off today, no? What about the other manager? Or what about your lead? Or what about this and that, you know? And that's when I started. I had to start and learn how to delegate, learn how to, hey, today's my time. I need you guys to be adults, right?
Simon.
Be adults in that situation. And in my situation with my kids, I have to be a parent, be a parent and appreciate those minutes, hours that I have with them because I don't have them every day.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a priority for me.
Yeah.
So I don't take, um, and I'm not going to say all of you guys are the same way that do get to see your kids every day. A lot of parents take that for granted, you know, that
Yeah.
they can have the option to be with their kids every day.
Yeah.
So
But yeah. Um so yeah, I mean, and I think it was a great topic today, Chris. Because I know we've I think we've touched on this with other talks where we mentioned, oh, as we're talking about this, oh yeah, you know what? But it's important for this, this is this. But I think dedicating at least one of our podcasts here to this is a good idea because we and I think we started a good place, right? We talk about when is a good time to get cell phones to the kids, right? We went over that. Great ideas, great comments. There really is no set time. And then when
right,
and if you're going to do social media and the effects that it can have and how we can kind of navigate that, right? It's
yeah,
not just simply, no, 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 you're not going to have it. Well, maybe we can do it this way. Maybe we can do it that way. But at the same time, being able to set the example and find a way to be positive instead of just like no, you can't use this, or becoming the enemy to our kids and not letting them do things because we're the parents and that's it and that blah blah. So I think it's a great topic, man. Thank you for
and
bringing
that
that up.
that's one of the things that I told my son this past Friday. I was like, man, you guys have it good. You guys are lucky that I'm not like grandpa. Not saying that your grandpa was a bad person because he wasn't. It's just this is the way he learned. This is the way he thought it was correct at the time. But just imagine if you're asking me, Adrian, hey, Dad, can I go play basketball at the park, like in a team? And before you finish your sentence, your question is already a no. But why? I said no. You know, there's no reason or nothing. It's just the point is no.
Yeah.
I go, so take it, not necessarily take advantage of your dad, but you know, be thankful, be happy that I am here for you guys. I'm not here for me. I'm here for the both of you. I'm here to make both of you guys' life better. I'm here to make both of you guys' life easier. So let's do it. Let's use my resources for
Yeah.
your better, right? Instead of us not having just a no, a no, a no, and then
Yeah.
you're left with why not? ¿Por qué?
¿Por qué?
Dije que no y no.
Por mis huevos, por mis huevos.
Exactly.
But yeah.
So it's
Sweet.
just it's a matter of us, and we keep on saying it all the time. I know this is not new, but improving fatherhood, right? Improving the stigma of Latino parents, of Mexican parents, you know, fathers.
Yeah. No, I
We
like
got
it.
to start somewhere.
We do. And every day is a new day. And como dicen los hermanos, un día a la vez. 24 horas.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think that's a good spot, Chris. Um, I appreciate you bringing that up and having a good conversation with me. I appreciate Brian, Steve, a lot of the people out there that were on the call with us and kind of sharing their thoughts with us and letting us know um, their ideas and their comments.
Yeah, I see a
Um,
lot of people join,
yeah,
but trust me, we're grateful for it.
yeah.
But we also want to hear your 2 cents.
Yeah. I am. I'm thinking that we should probably host some people our next call. So if you are interested in joining us and jumping on video, hanging out with us, having a conversation, uh, let me know. Shoot me a message, and we'll send you an invite day of, and we'll have you jump on video and come
Yeah.
chat with us either 15 minutes, 20 minutes, however long if
How
you
long
want.
they want?
We've had a guest come on, but come on in, have a chat with us. We're not the experts. The more dads we have on here, the better. It's called Que Padre Fatherhood Network. So it's about you guys. It's about us. It's about everybody out there. If you have any new papas that are gonna become, they'll be papas soon, send them an invite. Share the page. Let them know we're here for them,
Yeah.
and for you. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate all the engagement and all the comments and suggestions. Um, but with that, Chris, I think we are good to go. You got anything else?
No, I spoke enough today.
Hi, everybody.
And I appreciate everybody,
Right.
and everybody that joined in new. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Hey, good night.